Hello YouTube, it's Victor01 here, or Corey, coming to you from my gaming room in my basement. Um, I'm just gonna talk to you quickly about, it's gonna be a continuation of something I talked about in a previous video, and also about the new project I'm working on. I had posted last night this video, but unfortunately all you could hear was this throughout the whole video and me talking, and it was really annoying. So I took that video off, and I just figured I'd redo it, you know, and give you the best quality, even though I have a really crappy laptop camera. But anyways, um, so I was going to talk to you about the idea I had for the Aboleth and traveling into the mind of an Aboleth. I was really trying to picture it, what it would look like, what it would be like. And I came to thinking about this story called The Library of Babel. And I don't know if any of you has read it, but it's a really good story, eh? And I really liked it. And I really liked the part, like a lot of the aspects of it. So basically, the story has um, basically it has like all these books, right? And it's different versions of every book ever created. So I think it's like 495 different books, and every version of that book in every language with every mistake. Basically, that's how what the books are. So I was thinking the inside of an Aboleth's mind, because the Aboleth may discover that the PCs are in his mind, because I mean, maybe an Aboleth wouldn't be thinking of an elf running around through his mind. He could have an eternal barrier, and this barrier basically in his mind, he locks all his secrets in this library of Babel kind of type mind. So you have every single last book and every single version, every single last memory that this Aboleth has. Basically, the books would be the memories, but you have so many different versions of the memories that you have to kind of work with the Aboleth to get the secrets that you want. So it'll kind of add the aspect of talking and working with the Aboleth. Now, another thing I was thinking of is the change of history. Because the Aboleth share so much memories with their ancestors, if you changed history in the Aboleth's mind, um, all future Aboleths from this particular Aboleth that you're entering his mind, the history would be changed for it, which would be interesting because you could essentially divide the faction of Aboleths. Like you can delete its memory, and all the future Aboleths from this one here could be the memories sharing with this one here. So I mean, you can delete all the other Aboleth ancestors, and this Aboleth becomes all powerful and whatnot, and maybe it wars with the other Aboleths, and it would kind of be kind of a cool way to control Aboleths in general. Now I've been on an Aboleth rant, and Aboleth. My mind has been on Aboleth for a while now, ever since I've read Lord of Madness, and I've been stewing over this. I just read Lords of Madness recently, because I've been picking up more and more 3.5 books ever since I started Pathfinder. And yeah, I really like them. Anyways, I'm going to talk to you about my new project that I'm working with a friend. This is the Falagorn Empire. I'm really terrible at showing things on a camera, especially when this with this camera here and the size of this map. This is a whole bunch of pieces of paper taped together, but it's a good. It works nicely. Um, so I'll just kind of describe what this empire would be like. So me and my friend, my good friend that I've been gaming with for a while, he's another GM. We're kind of co-GMing this world that we're building, and we're starting, with one empire and building on more and more as we go along. We do have another empire, because I mean, when you build one empire, you kind of need checks and balances with the empire. So you need another empire that could be its enemy or something like that, just so we can kind of get a feel for what's going on. And the Falagorn Empire is basically Rome, like the culture of Rome, the structure of Rome, maybe not the architecture and whatnot, set in a swath of land that would have probably been similar to the USSR at its height, where it encompassed just massive amounts of land. And I took a lot of details from the geography of Canada because I've never been to Russia, and I encompassed that into this empire. And so in the deep south, you have the countries like Tajikistan and Azerbaijan and Chechnya, the kind of Middle Eastern areas, and that is called El Haladrim. And El Haladrim is Egypt kind of mixed uh, in this empire, and that's the way we kind of did it. It's interesting. I'm not working on that section of the empire. I'm focusing more on the main core provinces. Our main city, which would be most likely Moscow or Rome, we call Ista, and Ista is basically Rome. I don't know if the name's ever been used before. I just thought it'd be kind of fancy and cool. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. Yeah, so Ista, and then you have the empire. It's very large, and we figured the old elven ruins and whatnot have been overdone quite a bunch. So we figured we'd do something different, and we chose to use gnomes, and the gnomes are ancient gnomes, and basically they constructed their decline was caused by constructing clockworks or warforge to work for them, and then they had a revolt, and then they were subsequently warred with humans, and the humans pushed them back, and there was groups of humans working with them, and it's kind of an interesting dynamic. But these warforges still exist in the northern islands called Balconia, up here in the upper. These islands haven't been drawn in. There's two islands. They're called Balconia, and basically, it's a loose confederation of kind of like Viking states. So you have warforged Vikings and humans working together. And what we decided was that there is an amalgamation between a Viking king who is going to die and an empty shell of a warforge. Basically, they came together. So you have a relationship between humans and these warforged, basically Vikings, and they attack shipping and whatnot, and are trying to raid into Ista through through these almost like submarines, Viking submarines, because we figured warforged wouldn't have to breathe, so they could be underwater and they could just pop out of nowhere and attack merchant ships. So there would be Viking ships like long ships and undersea submarines. And this is what we've been working on for a little, actually just starting this weekend, or previous weekend. This weekend here, I doubt we'll be working on it because it's the long weekend here. It's Canada Day, and 4th of July is coming up soon too, or Independence Day. So to the American viewers and my other Canadian viewers, happy long weekend. Get that out of the way. And so we're just gonna be working on this for after, because we're both on summer vacation. We work, but I mean after our jobs we don't really have too much to do besides play video games and drink beer. So it's kind of good to have something else. So, a little variety's good. And yeah, so basically that's what we've been working with, and we have another set of islands up here called the Jourdain Isles. And in the Jourdain Isles are basically a last remnant of dragon riding elves, and they're kind of Arctic elves, but they're also a mixture of high elves too. So basically, what they were they are the reason why we have dark elves in our world, because they rode dragons so they can attack from above. And when they were warring with the dark elves, they kind of pushed them underground. So then they became the dark elves, and that's what we're kind of working with. It's just a kind of a different take on our version of the way the dark elves came to be. So this is just a work in progress. So I figured I'd share a little bit with you. And yeah, happy Canada Day / Independence Day weekend. And take care. Bye bye.